stylish and creative ideas to help you do what makes you happy in your home. In just a few days, we are going to be starting the 12 Days of Christmas, which is an annual series that I present to you, my loyal subscribers, as a way to say thank you and to finish off the year having a little fun together. In today's video, I'll be sharing a little decorate with me. This year, I went with a monochromatic, very dramatic look for the Christmas tree. I'm excited about how it came out. I'll give you a few tips on how to achieve the look. Before we get into the video, I wanted to take a moment to extend a very sincere thank you to all of you who are praying for not only my family, but the entire city of Tampa, the state of Florida, and the recent Hurricane Milton. I'll tell you, if you're new here, I'm a third generation Tampa girl, and I have to say that this was by far the scariest storm that I have ever been through, and I've been through very many hurricanes in my lifetime. Something was different about this one though. It just didn't sit well with me from the start, and I asked for your prayers, and you all very seriously prayed over our family, our home, our state. And I believe it's nothing short of a miracle that there's any part of Tampa Bay left. That storm was coming in at a Category 5, and by the time it hit just south of Tampa in Siesta Key, Sarasota, it was down to a 3. So while it did do lots of damage and cause lots of devastation, I am still grateful to all of you, and I'm so thankful that I knew how to stand on my faith. I also believe that, standing 10 toes down on the promises of God really spared us, and your partnership in prayer was nothing short of amazing. So thank you all so much. All right, let's get into this Christmas tree. So this year, I'm seeing a lot of trends which are making me very excited. I'm seeing bold color palettes. I'm seeing lots of nostalgia and vintage looks coming back. And I wanted to do something that I've never really done before. Originally, I bought a red and white ribbon that some of you may remember from I think the previous video. And right before the hurricane hit, I started putting it in a tree, and it just didn't feel right. Like, the ribbon is beautiful. It looked kind of similar to a tree that I'd done a couple years ago that was red and white. So in an effort to do something different, I said, what can I do? What can I do to, make this tree something that I've never shared before, and I've never done a monochromatic tree. So I've never used one color all throughout the tree, and so that's what I did this year. I also wanted to try to incorporate some of the vintage, the nostalgia, and set the tree apart, and there was a very easy way to do that with some new ornaments that I incorporated this year that I'll be sharing with you. To start, the concept of this year's tree all began when I found this beaded Star of Bethlehem from Balsam Hill. The beadwork just adds this elegant sparkle, and of course, the biblical meaning of the Star of Bethlehem gives us a symbol of hope and guidance and the miraculous birth of baby Jesus, making it very meaningful to add to the top of the tree. It also gives a nod to tradition at the top of the tree. It's a beautiful way to connect modern decor with the spiritual meaning of the season. This tree topper is offered in 2 different sizes, a 13-inch and a 15.5-inch. One thing I didn't think about though when I got it. Right. So one of the things I noticed about that star that I showed you, it's absolutely spectacular, very hard to capture on camera how beautiful it is. But I've got it up at the top, and I noticed at night, because our tree is so tall, you can't really see all the sparkle that it offers. So I got myself a little spotlight. And just for reference, I tried to find one that was small enough that I could hide in the tree. So this one is it's really no bigger than the width of my phone, and it's got a remote, so I can hopefully reach it. But look, there's all sorts of different colors, and I can hopefully reach it from the ground, so I can turn it on when I want to at night and give the tree a little extra sparkle. So I'm going to go up and put that up, and then we'll take a look at night and see if it worked or not. The good news is it worked. So that's what it looks like with the spotlight on. Just adds a nice warm glow to all of the beautiful shimmer in the star. That's what it looks like off. So if you have a very tall tree and you like this product, I would definitely recommend adding a spotlight so that you can really appreciate all the beauty in the star at night. And then if you'd like to get started shopping before the 12-day series begins, you can use my promo code Melonie X Balsam 50 for $50 off your purchase of $350 or more. There are a few things to keep in mind when trying to create a monochromatic look. And I'm going to show you what I did with this tree. So first, we're going to talk about layering textures. You've heard me talk about this several times over the past several years, but it's true. Layering textures, especially with a monochrome tree, is a very easy way to achieve that depth. So this is the first texture that's going into the tree, this glittery 4-inch ribbon. And then I found this very soft ribbon with ridges in it. It's kind of a velvet feel. And then I shared this ribbon with you in a previous video as well. It's a burgundy. So you see these are all different variations of the same color, but different textures. And also I wanted to note that monochrome doesn't have to mean boring. It just means you're choosing one primary shade, one main color. That could be white, silver, golds, black. You know, I chose red, but if you stick to that single color palette, you can create a clean and cohesive look, but then you can add depth by varying the shades of that color. So in this instance, I'm mixing in burgundies and cherry reds, deeper reds. You know, you could really get creative with how many different variations you mixed in, but as long as you stick to a primary shade. And then if you feel like one single shade is just too limiting, you could try a subtle two-tone variation like white and silver or black and gold. That would still give you that monochrome vibe while adding a slight contrast that feels a little more dynamic. And then you could use your ribbon, your garland, your hidden fillers, floral picks, as a secondary color to break up the monochrome look without overwhelming the design. Just remember, layering textures is key. Now we can also layer textures in addition to using different variations of ribbon. We can layer textures with our ornaments. So not only am I going to use different finishes with the ornaments, I'm going to use ornaments of varying sizes and shapes to create dimension and draw the eye in certain places on the tree. So here's a pretty example of the different finishes that I used with the ornaments to really add more texture. So I used matte, I used gloss, I used frosted, I used glittery, I used lots of different combos. And the contrast between the glossy and matte will add visual interest while maintaining a uniform look. And then I did the same thing with all of my hidden fillers, the things that I'm sticking in the tree to hide bare spots. Some are glittery, some are flat, some are sparkly. And then to finish things off, I accented the tree with natural elements this year. So you'll see lots of berries, you'll see hydrangeas, you'll see magnolias, all things that you would naturally see in nature to finish off the look. Let's talk about playing with lighting a little bit. Many monochrome themes can be subtle, not this one because it's red, right? And so that's what I wanted. I wanted a very dramatic look when you walk through the front door. But one of the things you can do to move away from it if you're using a more subtle color is to play with your lighting. So for example, you can use, I incorporated twinkling lights into this tree. It doesn't come with twinkle lights, but that's one way that you can create a little movement. Or you could do something like adding another layer of lights that are cool versus warm. I personally don't like different temperatures of lighting on the same tree, but it's just to give you an idea of something else that you could do. Something else I've done in the past, I added little miniature lanterns with the faux candles that just gave a little bit of movement. Light is so much fun to play with, so don't be afraid to have a good time incorporating different types of lighting in your tree. And finally, my favorite is incorporating your own personal touches, whether it be ornaments that are heirloom pieces, maybe ornaments your children made, or in my case, I incorporated pictures this year. It's a beautiful way to put the finishing touch on a fabulous tree. These ornaments are definitely my top pick from Balsam Hill for 2024. I love them so much. Not only do they allow you to add a personal touch to your tree, but they come with a timeless design. The frames feature a really elegant metallic finish, making them versatile and easy to incorporate in any tree theme, whether it's traditional or modern. And for a fun family involvement idea, maybe you could do like a photo scavenger hunt and then make the decorating interactive by placing the frames with the photos around the house and having a scavenger hunt where each family member has to find their assigned frame to hang on the tree. Or you could do a memory-filled decorating tradition where you get everyone together to create a memory night before you decorate the tree. Lots of fun ideas to use with these. I'm even using them on our Christmas stockings this year, but I'd love to hear some more creative ideas. So leave a comment and let me know how you would incorporate these picture frame ornaments into your own Christmas design for 2024. All right, so in just a few days, we'll be starting the 12 days of Christmas. If you're new here, there will be 12 consistent, fingers crossed, 12 consistent days of content to help you get ready for the holidays, entertaining ideas, decorating ideas, and of course, there'll be little giveaways sprinkled in the mix. It's always a good time. What you'll want to do is make sure you are following my community tab. I'm going to show you how to get there now. From your mobile device, you're going to go to my homepage on my YouTube channel, Lifestyle with Melonie Graves. Click on the word community, and that's going to take you to our little community that we have here where I post all sorts of information, some behind the scenes photos, updates on the 12 days of Christmas, etc. Make sure you're following that because that's where I'll post updates. Usually we play a game throughout the 12 days where I'll ask a question and the answer is hidden in the video somewhere. So the questions will oftentimes be posted there on the community tab. So you got to make sure you know how to get there. I'm excited. Thank you all again for your prayers and for an amazing 2024. I'll see you soon. Until then, love and peace.